Hi, my name is Mark Monlux, and you're watching an episode of Epic Sketch Time. I'm a freelance illustrator here in Tacoma, Washington. I got a couple webcomics, The Return of Stickman and The Comic Critic. And with me today, well, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what your comics are and what projects you'll be working on today.
Okay, I'm Bill Morse. I'm a freelance illustrator and cartoonist. I do a web comic called Rhapsodies, and today I'm sort of brainstorming on this character design challenge that a group of illustrators and character designers does every month. This month the theme is Indian dancers.
Hi everybody, it's been a long time. My name is Locke. I'm just I guess an artist who just likes to dabble and create stuff. Currently, I just finished a commission for Upper Deck. That's based on your card there. You might be interested. I'm just waiting for, I don't know if I can tell you what I'm working on. A bunch of NDR or non-disclosure stuff. But other than that, I'm currently doing, I guess, a one-page horror anthology with a writer, and yeah, that's where I am right now. So I'll pass it back to you.
Well, I think today I'll just do some editing on some of my Alien illustrations that I did last year. I'm still cleaning up the black and whites on those. It's rather dull stuff.
So what's the alien of the day?
I don't know yet. I'm still setting up my I've got two monitors. I got my primary monitor that you're watching me on right now, and then I have a Wacom tablet monitor, and I'm going to switch screens over to it and then open up a file. But that way I can watch you guys while I'm talking at the same time, or drawing at the same time. Because otherwise, the only thing that you see on the screen is, actually, let's see who.
It's Julie.
Oh, there's Julie. Julie, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Julie Dawson, from Covington, Kentucky now. And this is my first call, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Well, what we do, Julie, is we introduce ourselves, and if we have a web comic or a website address that we want to point people to, we mention that. And then we talk about what we're going to be sharing or what the projects that we're going to be working on.
Okay.
We typically have a screen share up of the digital project, though sometimes, like Crystal, she's been doing drawings of birds because she has to do 100 birds that she did for a Kickstarter. So she's typically talking with the camera pointing down at her drawing, or she holds it up every now and then.
Okay. Well, I have an iPad that I could use AstroPad to put it on my screen, my other screen.
Oh, fun stuff.
Yeah, it might take a minute to get that set up, but I can do that. I don't really have a project other than making a Mother's Day drawing for my mother because she has Alzheimer's and doesn't read anymore. So make her, instead of a card, I'm going to make her a drawing of butterflies because she loves butterflies.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, so what you do when you do get to the present screen, you go up and you hit the little icon on if you roll over to the left side. Yeah, but what you do is you just click on the green thing, but then that's as far as you go. You don't hit the present to everyone because that'll lock it in.
Gotcha.
If you just have it floating up there, what happens is Hangout will go and show the screen of the person who's talking.
Okay. Okay, I can do that. And I'll have to grab my iPad and get that set up and warn you guys that I haven't really drawn on it yet.
Standard or the Pro?
Pro.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've really been wanting to play with it, but I haven't had a chance yet, so I'm pretty excited.
I've been sorely tempted by the ones they have on display, both at the the local university bookstore and the Apple store, but I've been
I've played with it, and I tell you what, I love that Apple Pencil. It's so much better than the Wacoms we had at school.
Really?
Yeah, it's more accurate, I think.
My main concern was just the software, as far as which ones talk to each other.
Right.
And
I haven't really done much with the software other than the AstroPad, where you can take Photoshop and put it on your iPad.
Okay. Because I mean, I've been mostly, as far as the drawing from scratch stuff, I've been beginning to use Clip Studio Art, and unfortunately, they do, to the best of my knowledge, they do not have an IO9 version of it yet.
Ah, well, you probably, if you've got AstroPad, could use it with your computer if it's available on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just use Photoshop with it so far, but I haven't really got a chance to play with it as much as I'd like to.
Okay.
Let me go grab that thing.
I am trying my darndest to get my screen share command to work. And, I can't seem to get it to pop up.
Give me a second. I gotta go get my door. Get back, guys. Get back. We're all the way downstairs.
Now, this sometimes happens when I turn on and off my monitor. There we go. What I have happening sometimes is when I turn on and off my monitor, I'll lose control of my clickability on the other monitor. Or on my Wacom tablet, for some reason, my pen tool won't work. And so I have to restart it holding the pen tool up to the screen. And then sometimes that'll make it so that I can't use my mouse on the other one. I have to just keep turning it on and off until it works itself out.
I gotta move mine over to the other screen, and I may have the same issue.
Ooh, I might have to come up with more movie monsters. I only have.
You've run out of cheesy cheesy schlock. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, it says here that I only have 32.
What about some of the Japanese ones? Those.
Well,
Where's my pencil?
I'm wondering if perhaps here's one I don't think I've worked on before.
Might have to go head over to like Robert. Was it
Roger Corman?
or, the old those his B movies?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is one of his old B movies. It might be. It's Zontar, the Thing from Venus.
Oh.
It was a pretty awful one back in the day. I mean, my illustration here makes it look majestic compared to what actually showed up on the screen. What showed up on the screen looked like, a moldy Muppet. But I'm looking around here and I'm thinking, I'll have to double check my folder because maybe I only scanned in 38 of them, but I need 52 to do a full deck. Could have swore I inked. Maybe I just, so I have to check my resources. one of the things I do when I'm cleaning, I'm doing a trick that a photographer taught me,
Mhm.
and that is you blow the entire image up to 100%. I like to go 200% because it makes it easier. And then from there, you do whatever corrections you need on this particular grid. And then once you're done with that grid, you use the cursors down at the bottom to go from left to right, and then from top, then you go down one notch, and it does it in a neat grid pattern. And you should do that before you do an overall check. And it'll go a lot faster. Otherwise, you miss spots. And he does it mainly for checking for flex when he does a lot of scanning of old photographs. And doing, like, here I have a bunch of these little black spots that are popping up out of nowhere. So he'll use like the clone tool to clean up all the specks. Do you guys have any tricks that you use?
Specifically,
So I've got to ask people if who here got a chance to see Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was sold out in all the theaters I tried to go to.
I was, based on the friend I generally go to see genre stuff with, distaste for crowded theaters, I was planning on waiting for 2 weeks by default. But I'm hearing good things. The guy who does Schlock Mercenary loves it.
Yeah, I saw his posting, but I didn't want to read it because I didn't want to have any spoilers.
He deliberately managed to avoid them.
Oh. My pencil's dead. I'm gonna go grab another connector. Right back. I don't know. I may be better off doing the old lo-fi away with a actual pencil. If I can find another iPhone charger, we'll be all right.
So I got a report on my Kickstarter project.
Yes.
The money finally came in today.
Hey,
Yeah. So
good thing. I need more of it.
I guess now you're gonna have to start sending out the surveys and stuff like that, or have you done that already?
oh, yes, I started doing some of the surveys, but I wanted to not bother until I got the money in.
Right.
But I knew that some of these people were good for it.
Yeah.
Like Crystal was, I knew she was going to be good for a deck, and so having her, getting the feedback from which art she wanted to have as part of her collection. One of the surveys I did was on which artwork people liked the most from looking at the pages. And the answers really surprised me. The art for Horror at Party Beach is one of the top contenders. And I didn't anticipate that at all. But I also got in the print run came back for the Bingo Bugle cards. Oh, pardon me, not the Bingo Bugle. Sorry, that's a client I used to have. For the horror movie bingo cards. And they look great. I was showing them off this morning at I do another drawing group that's in person in the morning on Mondays called Freelance Fandango here in Tacoma, Washington. If you happen to be in Tacoma, it's every Monday at 11 a.m. at the B-Sharp Coffee House. Oh, and I got someone Twittered me asking to get in on the event here, so I'm going to see if I can do that.
Well, it seems the powers that be are working against me.
Oh,
Don't worry about it. They seem to do that to me every single time I try to get into this thing.
Yeah, I think I was completely unprepared, and the powers that be are not working with me as well. So, oh. Yeah, not finding anything. I didn't find a little charger deal for the pencil, so I'm gonna have to do the old-fashioned charge maybe next week. Yeah, it won't connect without plugging it in, and if I plug it in, I can't plug the pencil in, so.
oh no.
Oh, we'll have to play with that later. Get the old sketchbook out, maybe. Just hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. Doesn't hurt. That's the trial and true way of. It's the best tech in the world. Pad and pencil.
Pencils don't need to be charged so much. Sharpen maybe. Sketchbook will be good.
It's great. I was looking at. I just found your campaign there. The card.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah. Let's see. According to this, pledge 6,216, 211 backers.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so my cut that finally came into the bank today was $4,678
Wow.
and 80 cents.
I guess it's too late to contribute to the campaign, right?
It's not. Well,
Because I don't see. Usually, I'm logged into my account, and normally I can say back this.
well, the thing is, you can't do it on the Kickstarter campaign, but
Right.
you can do it at my store.
Oh, okay.
So I've already set up an account for people to pre-order decks. I'm offering $20 for one deck, including shipping, or $25 for two decks, including shipping. To go to that store, the address is. Let me pull up my Google here.
I found it.
You found it?
It says not found.
What?
Yeah, the request URL, the tcc_stuff.html, not found on this server.
No. That's the wrong store. Sorry.
That's the wrong store, right?
Yeah, sorry. Which
Because
page?
I'm at your profile here on the Kickstarter, and there's the
Oh,
Mulux, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, or the Blogspot.
I'm gonna. My website is messed up. If you go, let me see.
You find it. I can find it. I'm pretty good at this thing.
Well, it's done up through SquareUp.
All
So if you
right.
go to squareup.com/, I'm trying to remember what the damn address is on that thing. I'm wondering where I put a link to it. I think there might be a link to it in one of my updates.
Comments? Your updates?
Yeah, let me.
Okay, I'm just gonna see here. Blah blah blah. Who's backing?
You might have to. I'm trying to remember if that was a public update or a not so public update.
I think I can see the project. That's update number 25. Money and Bingo are here. Can I still get the deck? Here we go. My online store. There you go.
So you went to my markmonlux.com, and that
has the little splash, and there's it says store, old site, and stuff.
Oh, okay. So that's where I need to go back in and fix it.
Yeah.
Because I moved my site over to another place, and it just hasn't been the same since.
Right. You know what you do, Mark? You can actually update your profile with that link too, just in case. And that's how I found it really quick, right? You know, when I click on your name, it says created by, and it has your profile, and underneath it says website. Put that there too. And that way, anybody hits that can just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was that on the?
On your Kickstarter profile, right?
Okay, on my Kickstarter profile. Okay.
You can add that there because I saw your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube, and your Blogspot, right?
Oh, I get it. Okay, so that's where that would probably be the best place to put it in.
Yeah. And also the other stuff too is a lot of the time is when you do an update for everybody, just make sure you put that link near the bottom so that you can get it here at the store, you know. Because I normally look at somebody's updates and it always the last one, right? May 8th was the last one, and I go here and there's no link to the store information.
You know, and I should have that in every single one.
Yeah, you should post it up anyways on that just in case, or the last post you do.
Because I put that out on my last update, and I got $150 of ordered.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm sharing my website, guys. It's still kind of in process, but it's finally almost done. So.
Now, Bill just completed doing an upgrade on his website.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
much
A
better.
lot of work. I used an HTML template, and I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
I mostly used a WordPress theme that was specifically meant for portfolios.
Right.
The only problem with it is it's not modern, at least modern in the sense that it translates over to other formats like IO9 and whatever.
Oh, that's too bad.
Other pads, and I'm tempted to redo it in another theme, but at the same time, I already invested a lot of time into this one.
Right. I have too. Like, it's been over a year I've been working on this. There's like 28 pages to it.
And
But, It's supposed to be updated, but it's actually a few years old. So it's supposed to be HTML5 compliant, but it wasn't. So there were so many bugs I had to fix, and there's still a few I'm not really sure how to fix. So be bothering my back-end developer friends soon.
Yeah. I mean, I rationalize saying that as far as the kind of clients I'm looking for, they're probably the remaining ones who will still be shopping using a regular computer, but
Right.
that's probably a little too much of a rationalization.
My old website was a Flash one.
Oh,
Flash is so out of date now. No one on a phone can see anything on Flash.
no, I finally convinced my friend to change hers. It was Flash. She had a photography site. It was beautiful work, but it was like forever between looking at photos. She finally changed it, and it's so much better.
Yeah, my browser is default. The Chrome browser, I just default to turn off Flash. So it's, even Silverlight and all the other stuff.
That's
So-
why.
If you have Flash on there, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, I looked at hers while it was Flash only because I just really wanted to see her work because she's in New York and we don't see her very often. But oh my gosh, it was just like a minute between each picture.
So I think I'm going to do what Bill did and switch over to WordPress because I got a couple of web comics. I literally have thousands of web comics, and right now I'm facing a terrible thing that my old web comics, each one was built on the previous page. All the information was duplicated. So things like, subscribe to my web comic is an old link and an old engine that I'm no longer using. And oh my God, to think about going back and changing all of those.
Yeah.
Even
So-
if I had a macro, it would be.
Hey, Mark, sorry to interrupt. Real quick, I'm trying to place an order on your card there on your website, and it's only US only. Just letting you know. You might want to mention that.
Oh, it's only US?
Yeah, it's asking
Where
for
are you?
zip code, and I'm putting in my postal code, and it won't let me go beyond that. Just letting you know. Just
Huh.
heads up.
Where are you located?
Toronto.
Oh, you
Yeah,
are.
yes, I am. That's probably why I couldn't back the campaign too.
Actually, I had the campaign set for US, Canada, and
Oh,
other
okay.
locales. But the reason that it won't work in Toronto is because it's a square, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have a thing in Canada or other countries yet.
Well, you might want to mention that on your store there. Just for now until you figure that out.
Well, I tell you what, like we'll talk later, and I'll just take your card and.
You got it. Or I can send you my PayPal too. So
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Send me the amount via PayPal, and I'll.
yeah, let me know what the shipping cost is and stuff. Then
If like I said, it's $20 even for one deck, including shipping, and $25 if you get two decks.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to push the whole two-deck thing.
yeah, it's kind of nice. It's nice. I'm like, yeah, because I got commissioned by Upper Deck, the Upper Deck company,
Yeah.
and they got me doing some cards for them.
Nice.
They don't pay as much. I have a funny feeling they were testing me. So I did 5 cards. I can't really tell you exactly, but I can tell you that I'm working for them right now. They're doing they sent me a series of artist profile interviews and stuff like that. So I'm trying to fill that in.
Is this
And I get some headshots and stuff like that, and then they're gonna do some sort of launch with that, with a bunch of cards, with I think a whole series of artists or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of card companies are doing that these days.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that it was something strange because I figured Upper Deck does a lot of stuff like Marvel comic cards, the hockey cards, the baseball cards, and the collector's cards and stuff like that. There's a couple of fantasy role-playing game cards and stuff like that. then I kind of looked at it very carefully, and looks like this is my own interpretation. I think they're going into, because I think Upper Deck licensed their stuff, or they licensed the cards from Marvels and stuff, and I think they're starting their own division and creating their own card.
Ah. No,
That's kind of interesting. And the card project I saw that I think I worked on, I believe I saw it on Kickstarter somewhere, and I think they took it off, and I think they bought it. They bought the rights out to it.
Wow.
There are a lot of card projects. I found that when you do cards, there's this whole subset of people that will buy playing cards.
Yeah.
Well, I have a deck of playing cards somebody can buy. I did my Gil Sands playing cards, so I have like 75 decks of them here. They were supposed to be my leave behinds, but it took so long to recover from my car accident that I haven't really had any interviews yet, and so need to.
Yeah, you have to. You really have to get it out there or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was the website. It took me forever once my arm started working again, because for the longest time it would just go to sleep anytime I picked up a mouse.
Yeah. I did not know it was such a big thing. You know, I bought these cards, like these Pokemon cards for my daughter, you know, my 10-year-old and stuff like that. And I remember having hockey cards when I was younger, you know, like stacks of Gretzky hockey cards. Now I can't find one single one of them, right? But
of course not.
and those are the things, right? And then all of a sudden, I got out of the blue. I have my portfolio up on ArtStation. It's just stuff that I do, like just character concepts. I've been drawing for like 3 years straight of every day, just random stuff. And I just picked a series of the best one that I had a lot more time to work on. I posted up there, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, I'm getting like requests and stuff like that for game design and stuff. So. And I'm like, well, I kind of work full time as a UX designer for. So yeah, Mark, just post the link in there and just mention right now it's only shipping to US. Right, and you can say right there, if you want to ship the other planets, you know, send me an email. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that way we can arrange a PayPal or something, and we can arrange shipping and all the stuff for international customers.
That is an excellent idea, and also getting that address into the URL into the profile.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out a good price point for my Bingo playing cards, because you have to get at least 4. You can't just buy just one. They're like 5 by 7, and I'm thinking, you know, 4 for $6, and maybe 12 for 10. I'm still kind of. I want to make it a low enough price point that people will just drop money on them. But I'm trying to keep the point high enough that I'm going to make it worth the effort.
Right.
Once upon a time, I had this poster. It was this giant squid attacking a ship, and it was a wonderful cartoony thing. And I was selling those for like $1.
Wow.
And the reason I was selling them for $1 was initially I did them with this with the Tacoma Art Supply Store, which has long since been defunct. And the year prior, the Tall Ship Expo had just done a huge booming business, just phenomenal. It was, all the vendors were beyond happy. It was beautiful. It was wonderfully constructed. It was the event of the weekend. And it was great. So it came back 2 years later, and we were prepping for it. And he was going to sell the posters for $5 each. Figured that they would sell like hotcakes.
Mhm.
And we split the proceeds 50-50. I would do the work on spec and he would pay for the cost of the printing. Well, the weekend of the show came and it was a bust.
Oh no.
He didn't even bother opening up on the second day. The vendors weren't centrally located. Nothing was centrally located. There were count them, 6 other major events happening that weekend. And the event filed for bankruptcy because they were expecting revenue to come in from attendance, and it just did not happen.
Oh, man.
And so I come into the store to, collect my fair share of the booty because he tells me the story and I'm watching it. So what are you doing with these prints? He says, oh, I'm giving them away free with purchase. And I said, that doesn't help me at all. 50% of free is jack squat.
Right.
And he says, well, I'll tell you what, why don't I give you a couple boxes? Because I didn't realize how many of these he had printed up. He had printed up 5,000.
Oh my gosh.
I thought he was only going to print up like 1,000. But when we were in there talking to the printer, I asked if there was any type of spare paper lying around that they could do a deal on us with so that they didn't have to order more paper and that we would work according to if the paper was a good quality. And it turned out to be a slightly larger size and the paper was a little heavier, but the person who had ordered the paper had canceled his print project and had since gone out of business, and they were just stuck with this pallet of paper.
Oh.
Wow.
So they gave us a deal just so that they could get that paper from underfoot. And so I told my friend, well, I'm going to make money on these. I'm going to sell them for $1. And he said, yeah, that sounds fine. And it took me about 3 years, but his store went out of business and I inherited all the other posters.
Oh, wow.
And he never really, he kind of bid it on the whole thing. But as far as I was concerned, I'd say only $1 and then hand out a poster at conventions. They would always cover parking and lunch expenses. Yeah.
There you go.
But they were so big and bulky to move around. And then you had to roll them, you had to buy the bags, put them in. So my whole goal with these cards is I'm trying to do something small that I can sell at a higher price point. And make some money at the conventions.
How are you having them printed?
There are plenty of printing companies that specialize just in trading cards. Even Bicycle will, if you will print them.
I had mine done through Printer Studio, and they did a really beautiful job with them.
Yeah, I went with We Make Playing Cards. And one of the reasons I chose them was they have a fulfillment that they work with you. If you have a Kickstarter, that they'll do the fulfillment process.
Oh, nice.
But because I also did some add-ons, I decided not to go with that. Had this thing gone crazy nuts, I probably would have used them for
Right.
an option. And I wanted that type of backup.
Right.
But another reason I went with them is that they will also sell your designs they have their own online store.
Mm-hmm.
So you can work out a licensing deal with them.
Oh, that's nice.
Haven't explored it yet, but I think I will.
Thank you. So far, mine have just been Christmas gifts.
I am going to check to see why we haven't got. I sent an invite to Robert Trithart, who does Read and Shine. He wanted to get in, but I haven't seen him show up.
Oh, cool. I meet him I run into him every now and again. Nice guy.
Well, on mine, and I hadn't done it before, it just like came up as a reminder. And once I clicked the reminder, it went away. So I was like, okay, now what do I need to do? I just went to Google and found you. But if I hadn't gone to Google, I wouldn't have known where to go.
Yeah, I should probably. I wish it was simpler.
Right.
These things.
Actually, this works a lot better than Adobe Connect, I think. I think Adobe Connect has been a thorn in my side from day one.
Never had the pleasure.
Oh, you don't need it. Pleasure it is not. We used to use it at work, and it would work only about a third of the time.
My wife sets up tons of conference calls using the software for the state. I'm trying to remember which one they use. But it always amazes her how many people who are supposed to, know how to use that at work, and they're constantly calling her, how do you set this up again? I showed you once. Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, ours was always so hard to get it just to connect in the first place. We would reserve it for people that didn't know what a URL was and had like 92 different search bars on their screens. It was mainly a tool used to get rid of search bars. They were, ugh.
So I just saw this kind of grindhouse horror film on Netflix the other day
Mm-hmm.
called Anti-Birth.
Ew.
And it's got an obscure movie alien in it. And I thought, okay, well, I'm not sure if I want to draw it. Because I don't want people to know that I've seen that movie.
Right? Well, they would have had to have seen it to recognize it, maybe.
Do you support a lot of Kickstarter projects? Luck? Did we lose Luck? Oh, he's there.
Yeah.
I think I support about 2 Kickstarter projects a month, maybe 1.
Nice.
And because you never know when something's going to be get completed, I just don't wait with a bated breath, and I get these surprise packages in the mail. I'm wondering, I wonder what this one's going to be.
I've only done it a couple times, and both times, well, one time it was to get a band van for a local band that I like to go see, and that one actually did work. But I've done a few for students at SCAD when I was in school, and they always didn't seem to pan through. So
They didn't come through.
no, one of them did like an iPad holder thing that you could use in the kitchen and stuff, and I really wanted it, but it didn't go through. And there's just been a few that just never finished by the deadline, whatever.
Oh, you mean it didn't finish? They didn't reach their goal?
Right.
Well, I thought, they reached their goal, but they never carried through on fulfillment.
No, they didn't reach their goal, so it didn't go through. It's a really cool idea too. I was kind of upset.
I had a friend of mine named Polly Law, and the first time she tried to do a Kickstarter, it failed.
Oh.
Then I gave her a bunch of suggestions, and she redid her Kickstarter again. Same project, but this time it sailed right through.
Huh. Well, that's good.
Like I told her, you always need to have like an Uber sponsor level, a couple of different weird Uber sponsor levels.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, like what? And I said, like sell one of your original artwork for like $500. He says, but they can get that out of the gallery. I said, they don't know that. And she ended up, and I said, also do a video. If you don't have a video, no one's going, there's no way that, and keep the video short. Like my video, I kept my video under 3 minutes. But the amount of people that would watch it to completion were only like, 35%.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 3-minute video.
Yeah. That's all I've read on that is keep them uber short because you lose attention span so quickly.
And I thought I was keeping it short, keeping it funny.
Huh.
And I got like 500 or so views on the video.
Not terrible.
That was great.
Pretty good.
And I thought 3 minutes would be short enough, but
And I think they say like less than a minute
yeah.
is your golden time.
Yeah.
I only have one video on my website, and it's of a project I did, a lyric book for one of the songs that a band friends of mine did. And so it's a 3-minute or 3.5 minute video, but it's the whole song where they're playing it live, and that's it. I don't know, I'm video shy.
Mm.
I have so many videos on mine.
Do you?
Yeah, well, there's these epic sketch times are recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've been doing a podcast with Daniel Abraham. We've been keeping those down to 2 or 3 minutes, talking about copyright law and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But
I think I want to switch those over to a longer format.
Yeah, I think something, considering what you guys are talking about there, that would allow it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to switch away from doing it to video to just sound because I want it to go up on the iTunes where people who traditionally listen to podcasts,
Mm-hmm.
they don't go to YouTube to listen to podcasts. They want a nice simple audio file.
Yeah, I mean, I will listen to a podcast on YouTube, but yes, that's very valid.
Yeah, at first we were showing visual references, but then we stopped because I got tired of doing all the putting together what the files had to be shown, and
Yeah. Be a hassle.
It's 5:30.
is that your computer, Bill, or my computer?
My computer.
Oh, that's right. You got yours set up on the half mark. Only
Yeah. At one point, I had it set for 15 minutes, but it just drove me nuts.
Oh, I can imagine.
Well, there, I've cleaned up Zontar about as clean as you
Uh,
might
oh, yeah.
clean up his teeth a little bit.
Okay. And let's see what you guys think on this one. I'm worried that the angle, the camera angle might be a little basic, but otherwise I'm pretty pleased with it.
I like it.
Works for me. Well, folks, you have been watching another episode of Epic Sketch Time. We normally call it quits at 5:30. If you'd like to watch another episode, we've got lots of episodes that you can see at my YouTube channel at markmonmux.com. You can also join the Epic Sketch Time community on Google Hangouts. I suggest that you do that, or you can contact me
So far.
via Twitter at markmonmux.com. Make sure that I have either your Gmail account or your Google Plus account so that I can invite you in on these events. And if you tried to get in this last time and you're having technical problems, please contact me and we'll work things out so that you can join us next time. And I'll see you guys next week.
I'll have a good one.
You too.